All right, we might as well start. Welcome everyone. I hope everyone's going well. Tonight we are continuing what we were doing last stream. I just realized this is on an angle. There you go. All right, cool. Let's jump straight into it. What I'm doing is I'm double checking that I pushed my code last stream. All right, so we've got 2 days ago. Let's have a look. Initial setup of editing notes not properly implemented yet, as we have to. Yeah. All right. Cool. Also, we've got a pull request, which we might as well handle today. I want to read the docs up in docs. All right. Yep, cool. That's not going to affect us at all. That's part of the doc stuff. I'm sorry. All right, let's jump into it. Okay, so what we were doing last time was we were editing the notes and so forth like that. So if we actually go to modules, submodules, and then we go list notes. So this would be the top, if memory serves me correctly. This is listing out the notes and stuff like that. And what we do is when we edit it, so I'm trying to... Yep. All right, that's listing it out. When we got the wizard. So we've got the... Did I pull everything? What branch am I meant to be on? All right, cool. All right. Get reset hard. All right. Get checkout development. Whoops. Development. Let's just get checkout main. Screw it. And then get pull. All right. We're just having some Git issues. Get checkout development 0.30.35. And then get pull. All right, now we've got the edit history note. So we've got all this sort of data and so forth like that. All right, npm run watch. Let's start breaking this down on the visual level. Okay, and the reason, and remind ourselves the reason why we're going to be using Vuex. So we're just going to any object right now. What we're doing is we're opening up the Vue debug tools. We're looking at the components and we're looking at parents module. So under parents module, we'll have the notes. So the notes module. And under that, we've got list notes. And we also have new history note and edit note and so forth like that. So what we could potentially do is move the new history note wizard under notes and just have it there. That might be a better solution rather than pulling all of this out, kerfuffling it and so forth like that. But first, let's add in a simple note. Hello world, we are figuring out how to structure this so it makes sense. Smiley face. So there we go. So that's actually under list note, and if we open it up, you can see the editor in there and so forth like that. So what we could potentially do is put the new, the edit history note wizard actually under there. And that way when someone clicks on edit, it's not that far away. And I think that will be probably a better solution rather than shoving it all up in VueJS and having VueJS all handle that sort of stuff. So I think, yeah, that's going to be a better solution. So right now we've got the notes module, which has everything. So we'll need the notes module. Then it goes list notes, which is where we want to end stuff up. And then the edit history notes and all that kind of stuff. So let's see with this list notes, what we can do is we can get rid of that. No, actually, no, we want list notes. Sorry, we wanted to get rid of the edit history. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, and then we kind of want to place it in here. Not necessarily in that div. Still don't know why that's in a random div. Don't know. But we've got a couple of things which don't make sense here. Now, one thing that I can think of is that when we edit a note, we've got to send up stuff. So currently with the new history, on update history notes, it sends it upstream and so forth like that. So we got to do a similar thing. That's why I decided to do it in VueJS, because we'll move all that logic away from there and actually put it into VueJS. And then we just have the note module with the initial commit. Okay. Give me a couple of seconds, sorry, I'm just... All right. Oh, this is one of those things where I think I explained this last time. Okay, let's get a new canvas. Okay, so you got a component. Like so, you got a child component. Like so. Sending data down, and let's say you've got another child component down here too. Sending data down like this, yeah, sure, it's okay. However, sending data back up like this turns out okay to a not okay. Just because it's ugly, it's, yeah, not best suited to do that. That's when VueJS will come into play. So for example, we actually nick that again. One thing we could potentially do is with these components is we can get the data, send it to the VueJS. That can send it down, that can send it back up, and so forth like that. So you can skip essentially these components. It makes it a lot easier to do. So all we need to do is do the init with the data. And I think this will be the easiest way. So yeah, and it won't take us too long to do. So what I'm going to do, reset everything. So we've got the basics. Let's recompile everything. Let's minimize all of this. Let's open up this. Let's open up our, just give me 2 seconds. All right. Source, JavaScript, components. No, not components, Vuex. We don't have any notes in there whatsoever. So what we're going to do, right hand click, new file. We're going to go no Vuex .javascript. Add it. We're going to use that one as reference. So what we need to do, export const module note. That's pretty much it, equals, and then we've got state, like so. Mutations, action, and getters. So straight off the bat, we need a note list. And that's just going to be an array. Can't think of anything else we need. Mutation, we'll need to add note, where we've got state and payload. And then the state dot note list dot append. Essentially, we're copying code here. So I'll just leave that for the moment. We'll have edit note, state and payload. So that will edit a note. And then we need remove note. And once again, that's state and payload. That'll be very, very simple to do. Actions, I don't foresee us doing any business logic in here, apart from mutating the data. And the getters would be get note list. And that will be a simple state. And that will just return state.note list. All right, so in reality, we just need to do these. Pretty easy stuff. So at the moment, with the notes module, we update stuff, we just push data in. Okay. Cool. Oh, sorry, not this dot state. State dot note list dot push, and it'll be payload dot, and then it'll be note list. Really, that should be new note. Should be very, very simple. Very easy to do. All right. Edit note, we'll come across it very soon. Remove note, const, note ID equals payload dot note ID. Oh, we could have just, So that will be state.noteList equals state.noteList dot filter with the row such that return pass int row dot note ID does not equal parse int payload dot note ID. Actually, that might be, oh, we'll keep it like that. That should be remove note. Edit note, we had a weird way of doing things. So if we update note. So we're sending it to the back end, but we haven't actually edited it. We found a nifty way of doing it. So JavaScript get edit object inside array. Find a specific, oh, okay, this might be better. I like this one. All right. Let's go back to the Vuex. Get the index of the array. So what we want is const. We just call that index equals state dot note list. Find index of row where the row dot note ID is where we need our parse ints equals our parse int and then payload dot note ID. Okay. So that will get that. We're happy with that. And then all it is, so we're updating update the note description. So this will be this dot state, sorry. We're going to mutate the data first. So let mutate note list. Mutate data equal state dot note list. Mutate data, and then we've got the index dot note description equals payload dot note description. All right. Update. State. Keep writing this dot state. State dot note list equals mutate data. All right. So that should be our CRUD. So create, read, update, and delete. And hey Yasha, how are you today? Hopefully you're going well. Welcome, welcome. We do need an init. I'm doing good. What about yourself? Init note list. State and payload will need And then it'll be state.noteList equals payload.noteList. You find? Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah, we're just moving the notes ability today. So we're adding in the ability to edit and delete all this sort of stuff. It's pointed out that we sort of have a, I'll redraw this diagram, an issue where we've got a couple of components stacked like this. So we've got a parent component, child, and more, and so forth like that. And the problem is we'll be sending data down and then we'll be sending data up, which I don't like at all. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be moving a lot of this. So you still got sort of like this. You have some data going down like this, but we've got VueJS over here, and we've got some data going up here, down to here, and up to here. And then we just smile. So yeah, we're currently doing that. And yeah, cheers, thank you. What I should also do is down here is get single note. We have that as a state, or how have I done that in the past? All right, I've done something with Kanban cards where we've done something similar. Okay, so with the getters, get card ID, get card column, all that kind of stuff. We're fine with all of that. Get all cards. Might not be this one that I'm thinking of. So card ID 0. And it's update card. We set all of this. Just thinking how I could do this. What could I do with up here and going down here? Oops. And thank you very much, Prom TTV, for the follow. Greatly appreciated. Welcome, welcome. I do hope you are enjoying my stream. So yeah, we're just figuring out how we're going to be doing this. So we'll have the initial commit, which will send all the list data up here, which will then send it down here. Then when someone clicks on the edit, we need to tell this component we're editing it. And this component might not belong there anymore. It might belong over here. And what we could do is we could do something like this, where we've got the note ID 0. We'll also have the note description, should be nothing, and we can edit those. I think that will be a better solution. And then with the actions, so what we need is an action that makes sense. So we've got update card here. And that gets all that particular. Alright, so, That can send the data to mutate up here. This diagram's getting very bad very quickly. But that's only just mutating stuff. Edit single note. Oops. So, under edit note history, actually, I've got an idea. All right. Let's get rid of that. Let's go down here. Update note ID. State and payload. State.note ID equals payload.note ID. All right. Used to tell the editor that the note ID has changed and for it to fetch the new notes. All right, and then what we want, get note list, get single note. Now I think there is an action where where I actually pass through an ID. There it is. Okay. That's what I wanted to see. An ID like so. So what passes through is we want to return, actually let's get const. Let's return. Oh, we need cases where it doesn't fail. Let object return equal state dot note list dot filter. We're in the row where return row pass int row dot note ID equals pass int the ID. If object return dot length equals 0, if there is nothing to return, return nothing. And then what we want to do is under the edit notes, what we've got is note description and note ID. We really only need the note description. All right. So instead of get single note, get single note description. Okay, and then that will return nothing. Return the description out of the first row. So return, and then that's as simple as return object, return 0 dot note description. That's all we need to do to get that description down Now, I don't like that. I'm thinking of how this would work. And I certainly don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. Anyway, I'm going to have get single note. Instead of having it like that, get single note ID. All right, sorry, state.id, note ID. So when something changes, it'll look at this, it'll bring back what we want. All right, return state.note ID. All right, cool. Because we don't need to mutate them here. We only need to mutate them when the person clicks submit, and we've got to mutate it up here. So edit single note, and that will handle that for us. What I'm doing here is I'm getting data for the edit note history. So instead of having props, which we can now instead of having props, we'll now have this. So we've got the root URL, skin, and all that kind of stuff. So what we need is the note. Note ID is get single note ID. And then the description would be get single note description. Now we haven't keyed those into the VueJS just yet, so we're going to do that right now. So we need to go into our VueJS store. We need to key it in just one spot. So this will be module note X, which will be import module note, yep, from VueJS, and then there'll be note VueJS, yep, like so. And then we go down here. We key it in like that. Yeah. Now it's in the system. So when we go over here, this will suddenly work, this will suddenly work, and this will get data. All right, so, oh, sorry. Just having a think. So we've got the ability for this to, why is this shaking? Okay, let's reset the canvas. So we now got this set up. So there's our VueJS. So when we init, we send stuff up. We'll send our note list down. Yeah, we'll send our note list down using Vuex. Sorry, that was meant to be note list. All right. We're sending down our ID plus description. Then if someone edits this, we're sending up an ID into here, which will update this, which will update this. When someone edits this, it goes up in here and so forth like that. We've also got a new thing over here, which when updated, it'll let it update, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, now we've just got the fiddly work of moving the stuff around a little bit. So yeah, let's do that now. So we need to do the init note list first. So when it gets mounted, next tick, get note history results. Get note history results. All right, let's fix up the JavaScript here. Like so. All right. So getting the history results, we're gonna remove the error from here. This $store.dispatch new toast, where the header is error getting note history message cannot retrieve the note history error. Delay, extra classes. It's going to be background, danger. Delay is going to be 0. I don't think we need, we don't need a unique type. So with the response, this note history results equals this response data. All right, we're going to get rid of that. And what we're going to do is this $store dot, now it's not it is dispatch. Dispatch. And then we're going to have type is going to be init note list. Then we're going to have note list, and it's going to be response.data, and that should be it. Now the note history results, I'm going to comment those out. Note history results, going to comment them out too. Actually, I'm going to delete that line. I don't know what destination is going to do. It's the override. Yeah, we want to keep that destination in there for the override stuff. So in here, note history results then gets deleted. Note history all right, it is that. Now I could change it down to note list. Which I think is going to be a lot better. Okay, so the reason why it's shorter, it makes sense. It matches everything up upstairs too. All right, so we're happy with that. Profile picture we're happy with. So we've got the note list that we'll get from the view. that means that every single time we edit something or do something like that, it will update that perfectly fine. Sweet. Cool. Now, that also means one less thing to... Alright, sweet. So one less thing down to there. That is fine. That is perfectly fine. And I think edit note and edit description, they will disappear. And so will that. And so will that. Alright, the reason being is we're getting the VueJS to handle that. So, yeah. Now we go down here, we start removing stuff that we don't need anymore. So edit node ID, edit description, we don't need that whole component thing. Computed we need. Now we're not having any props in the notes module. I'm just going to double check the code. All right, modules, submodules. Now this is notes module. Yeah. Scroll down here. We don't have any props. All right, sweet, that's fine. Just double checking everything. So create new note. All right, so what that does, const new note modal, that shows that. Edit note history results, we know that is going to go. Get note history results, let's just get in the history, update history, so update note history results. That has no connection to anything. So we'll just easily compress this. That's there, the next tick, yeah, that's fine. Now we don't have a comma there. Okay. Now we've still got 3 errors. That's fine. We'll fix that up in a minute. So the note history really just stores the modals and stuff like that. So with the list notes, this should still work. The edit history. So now with the list notes, sorry. Now with the new history note wizard, we want to open up that too. So we want to go to components, modules, we want to open up wizards, and we want to open up new history note wizard. And we're just going through this very, very quickly. A lot of this will be very simple. We'll get rid of that because we no longer need it. All right, props, socks, sweetie, you're pasting again. Come on. So down here, data, we've got the new note modal, that's perfectly fine. We've got their computed stuff, that's perfectly fine. So when we submit, we set all this information in there. This is going to have a problem. So what we do is we use this little cheat method, just to tell it to PO. Data set note, no, yep, all right, cool. So this is fine. We're gonna fix up this Axios stuff. Oh, I hated the thing that did this. All right. So when the submit note, we should tell the user straight off the bat. So notify user of submitting note. So what we want is this $store.dispatch. We're dispatching a new toast with the header being submitting new note. Message is please wait, submitting new note. Then what we need is a extra classes, and that's going to be background warning, delay of 0, and then the unique type is going to be submit note. And once it's done, notify user of success. This will be new note submitted. The new note submitted successfully. And that just becomes background success. Ooh, piss off. Delay gets taken out, and that's a submit note. We need to change that. We need to get rid of that. And we still need to clear the notes, which is fine. We need to fix this. We need to get rid of that. So what I want to do... new toast, error, submitting note. Sorry, the note did not submit. Error. Last year. And again. Danger, 0, submit note. All right, cool. So we're quite happy with that error, being like that. Now, instead of submitting this note up, so this is adding stuff on. So what we'll do is you use VueJS to add the note to the note list. So this $store.dispatch, we want it to, now this is where we look it up. I think it is add note. Yep. And then what we want to do is actually, we want to do it like this. Go type, add note. Then we want to key in up here. We're just seeing new note. And then it's response.data. That's what we've got down here. So that should be it. All right, so that will add it up. So that will work. Edit single note we need to do next. So the list notes, I think we're done with the list notes. There's not much in here. The list notes is pretty simple. The edit notes. So update note. So that sends it to the backend. Then it does a new toast. Update the VueJS. So that will be this $store.dispatch. Then we've got the type is going to be update edit single note. And with this, we've got the note ID and the note description. So note ID, note description. And that's it. That's all we need. So once this is a success, it just updates and we're happy with it. And we've got this little thing warning the user, hey, we're updating it. Okay. Don't know if this will work first time round, but let's have a find out. So, console, VueX unknown action type, init note list. Okay. Yeah. Why is that like that? Module note. Module note. So this is part of the mutations. Everything's looking fine. See, we've got something like that already. We've got the update node ID. That's the init note list. Let's go to VueX. We do have note in here. Yeah, all right. The other thing is we can move this into an action. Very similar to the cards. We get the data. We'll need to do something very similar to this. And that way it'll be called inside this component instead of the notes module. So now, the other thing is, I could do it like this. And I'm just going to hit refresh. Init note list. Also double checking that I've got this right. So is just like that. Mutations, yep. It's not part of the actions whatsoever. So if I go this $store.dispatch, I can key in something append note. No, it'll be like that, and then it'll be append note. And if I do that in a directory, oh, commit. That's what I've done wrong. And then let's get rid of that. And we got type init note list. There we go. All right, dispatch is for the, because that would be an action. Yeah, all right, not a problem. I've just done something silly. It does mean that I need to go through here and double check my code, because that dispatch will be perfectly fine. That will be fine. This is meant to be commit. Like so. There's nothing in this particular one. Edit note history. That dispatch will be fine. That dispatch will be fine. This will have to be a commit. Okay, cool. Now we hit reload. So, done. And if we go to notes, we should still have the hello world. If we added another one, adding in another one, smiley face. The note submitted successfully, but we didn't close this. Alright, so we need the new history note wizard. Clear the modal, close the modal. And what we need to do, I believe we need to just click on this. So document dot get element by ID dot click. Done. Easy. Gonna hit reload again. We're going to hit our notes. We're going to test that out again. Adding another secondary note, submit note, and that works almost fine. It just, we can see we don't have any data in there. So we're going to have a look at the notes. We're going to have a look at the, ooh, all right. Yeah. All right, we actually need to key that note in. We should be getting response data. It should be 0. Another test. There you go. Simple, easy mistake. This is where we test. That should disappear any second now. Sweet. So that has been added in. Okay. We've got the list notes. Now we have to do the edit with the list notes. So what we want to do is we kind of want it over here. And I'm just wondering if I should have delete note in here. I think we shouldn't. I think we should only have delete note when the person edits. So yeah, it just saves people accidentally deleting stuff. But then again, if I have it like that, I need to close the modal and hit yes and A, and screw it, I'll have it here. I'll have it here. But we also only want it so people can only edit and delete their own notes. So, going here. So get nice date. Div class equals text instructions. And then we have a simple edit note. Or how do I want this? I want a little button, don't I? I'm just having a quick look. Okay, we can have icons. Just, yeah, having a quick look at what else does what. Just wondering if we do have a trash. Do we have an edit tag? If we have an icon that is editing, I believe we do. We could reuse that icon, which is there too. Yeah. Okay, this is a bit of a tricky one that I can't think of. So what we want to do is we want to edit or delete. Let's just throw something in there. And I know there's an ad break on at the moment, so throwing something in there would be great. So what we could do is a ref equals JavaScript. Let's just have a button. Alright, wait until everyone's back. Alright, welcome back. So what I've decided is I'm just going to put, instead of wandering around like there's no tomorrow, I've just decided to put the buttons in. The buttons do not look good there. I think if we were to edit note, have to be either underneath it or just have edit there and deal with the delete where we've got multiple different things and so forth like that. I think that will be the best sort of solution. So if we have edit down here, that should work. So what, I'm just double checking what would or potentially could work. JavaScript void edit. So yeah, I think getting rid of the delete there would make this look a lot nicer. We've just got a simple edit. Bootstrap. Let's have a look at the buttons. We could do a button link, which gives us this sort of thing, which I think we kind of want to do. So if we key that in like that, hit refresh, we should see edit there. Oh, it doesn't line up though with everything. Because it has a margin and a padding, sorry. Oh. All right, we'll have a quick look. And we could do something like the outlined sort of stuff. Dog doesn't work on. Oh, sorry, I'm just gonna. Oh, light doesn't work on. Yeah, I'm just playing around at the moment. We need to sort of play around. I need someone to come in and be like, "Ooh, this is what you should do," and stuff like that. So I could do something like that. Edit note. And that will look good. Right. Edit note. I mean, it's not the best at all. I need to fix up that whole entire thing. I mean, I did edit it a little bit to make it look a lot nicer. But yeah, I need to fix this up. And if I inspect that, it looks better like that too. And then what I could do here with the date time and all that kind of stuff. Word wrap. Break word. Overflow. Clip. Oh, it's not doing that for that. Anyway, you okay? All right. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Nicer if it was like all that. It might be one of those things that in the future I might shrink this to 100 pixels. But then do I didn't want to click on that. Yeah, no, that won't work. And align stuff center. Yeah, that looks a lot better. And then shrink this particular one where font size is 10 pixels. Like so. And font size is 10 pixels there too. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay. So I'm just fiddling around with this at the moment. I should also, my profile, update this. So let's neaten this up at the same time. Because I feel like we need to, full stop. Alright, first things first. Note history profile. Alright, we actually want that in a particular directory. We want it in the source directory. Whoops. So note history, this is what we want. So display flex, display column. Alright, sweet, we've done that. Then the note history profile picture, profile, we actually want that as 100 and 100. Now this one, we need align items as center. Easy done. So the note history row, actually, that's the wrong one. So this will be note history profile. So that, we'll paste that in there. Wait a few seconds, we hit reload, we go back in, this is looking a lot better already. It lines up with the top of that. It feels like it doesn't. Feels like I need to add in padding top. Padding top 2 pixels. All right, dark admin. So we're happy with that profile picture. The text instructions. I don't think it's pulling in text instructions at all. So I'm going to get rid of that, see if there's any change. No change whatsoever. So what we've got to do is we're going to have to find... no, we don't need to find it. It's right here, list notes. So we've got this note history row, note history profile. We've just done the profile. This will be note history username. This will be note history edit date and note history edit button. All right. So what we could do in here is under note history profile, we've got a profile picture. We've got note history username, which we'll edit in a minute. Note history, this will be date, which will have font size of 10 pixels. Then note history, this will be edit button. Font size, also 10 pixels. We'll see how that renders out. Hasn't quite yet. All right, that is 10 pixels. Yeah, all right. And the edit note, width is going to be 100%. going to hit refresh. All right, I need width on. Okay, so width 100%. And then what we need, because that's a div element underneath it, it's also 100%. It's a button, not a div. Not quite there yet. Still not quite there. But we can click on this. Alright. Note history profile. Alright, weird. We got the font size working. Padding top. Padding. So it'll be top. Let's do 4 pixels. Sides, none. And then that should give us a bit of space. Don't know why that's not been 100%. Oh. Fucking hell. Sorry, excuse my French. Spelling mistakes. Alright. Waiting a few seconds, hitting reload. There we go. It's a lot better. Little tiny changes. Alright. Then they can edit. Might put a delete in there. Might not at the moment. Let's hit edit. Let's get that button working. So on the list notes, when someone clicks on this, we'll have the function called edit note, and we'll pass through the note ID. So object note ID, like so. And down here, we've got edit note, and we just have the object note ID. And then what we need to do is tell VueJS of the note ID change. We've got this $store.commit. We've got a type of update note ID, and then it'll be note ID equals the object note ID. All right, so that will hit up here. Update node ID tells the node ID, which in turn will update these two, because it should all be computed. So yeah. Now in reality, I can store this up in here and make this a lot simpler. But that should be fun. Okay, we hit refresh. We go to our notes, we hit edit note, nothing happens because we've forgotten it. Forgotten one thing. So we've updated upstream. All right, and now open the modal. So what we need, const modal equals new modal document.get element by ID, and then we just get the ID of the edit note history. So we just scroll all the way up and edit edit note modal. And then modal.show. Now, the thing is, have we called it into here? We have not. So we need to go import modal from Bootstrap. All right, sweet. Cool, this is the edit modal. It doesn't have any of this text. So what I'm going to have to do, not a problem. This gets turned into an action. So I'm opening up this to have a look at the actions. What I'm going to do, I'm going to comment out that. And I'm going to have update note ID. Essentially, we will have, what are we using commit for? Oh, no, I don't think we need commit. I don't think we're actually using, no, we are using, we need state. All right, so get the node ID. Actually, update the node ID. So state.node note ID equals payload.note ID. All right, cool. Then what we want to do is we essentially want to extract this out. All right, and then this just becomes note description. All right, so update the node ID, bang. From the note ID, we get the description and update the note description. All right, sweet. So what we want, object return. All right, that gets the boolean where state node ID. Yep, we're happy with that. If there's object length, yada, 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 we just do that. And nothing else to do. And then what we need to do is update the note description. So state.noteDescription equals state.noteList. Then in here we have the what am I doing? I'm confusing myself. I'm just gonna delete all this. What are you doing? Are you trying to feed socks? I don't think she's around. Max, treats? He's very suspicious. Alright. Put him in the bed. In the bed. Oh, careful. Max, treats. Max. Max. Over here. Alright. Yeah, he's flashing his butt.
He's so.
Yep. Socks. Come on. Alright. Come here. You got treats in your bed. She's got more treats. I wonder if she'll find them. And hey, Nocturnal! How are you? Just in time to see the cats getting treats. Socks doesn't know. You're alright? Yeah, I can't complain. Glad to hear you're alright. Socks is, there we go. She's found some more.
Yeah, the socks eating.
Yeah,
the socks eating ASMR.
Yeah, I know. All the purr ones, all the little tiny meow ones where she meows for no reason. Anyway, I gotta better get back to it. Alright, so update note ID. What we want to do is we're updating the state. And then what we need to do is, that's what I think I did wrong. Alright. So I'm going to paste this in. I'm going to go const object index, or just index. It should just be index equals the state dot note list find index where the object note ID will equal the payload note ID. Now I need to clean this up a little. I can move that back over here. All right. So I am just going to put this on a new line like this. We're going to pass int on both sides. And that should solve that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have console log index down here and just type in index. We're going to see if this works. So we've got a update note ID. So that is a dispatch. So where we've got that, so list notes, edit note, that becomes a dispatch, and that becomes update note ID. Oh, maybe not. This is where we look up the actions, update card. Dispatch. Yeah, all right, it is dispatch. I'm just going to try that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to refresh. We're going to hit the note section. We're going to hit edit note. Unknown action type. All right, cool. Now, this is where we just go to the VueJS documentation. Let's actually have a look at it. With our actions. All right, create, store, mutations, actions. So we've got increment. All right. Dispatch, increment. Yeah, I thought so. Oh, I just close stuff without without wanting to do that. No, cannot cut X. All right, click there. Gonna copy this. Going to zoom that out. Paste it in. Then what we need is we need the note ID as object note ID. And that should work. All right, what I'm going to do find usages. All right, we don't need it in the build static, we need it in the source. So, all right, that's how we've got it set up. Let's have a look. Let's just delete this. Let's go this $store.dispatch. Let's keep it like type update note ID. And then note ID is going to be the object card and so forth like that. So that should work. I don't know why. Let's just delete all of this. And let's put in a simple console log got here. All right. Let's have a look at the card X. So we've got the card X like this. We're just going to copy this. We're just going to all right, like so. Am I doing anything specific with VueJS in here? No, I'm not. I'm just doing that. All right. Weird. Oh, I see it. Actions. There we go. Spelling mistake. Sweet. Now, what will actually happen is if we hit reload, my hand-eye coordination tonight is just terribly off. Going to hit edit. It's got the got here. Let's get this other stuff done. So, with the state got here, what we want to do is we want to grab the index of the card we want to edit from the note list. That is going to be this lovely piece of code, which we're going to paste in for reference. We're going to type this out. So what we want is a const index equals state.notelist.findIndex. Now we've got ourselves a lovely Lambda function here right now. And what we want to do is we want to go object, where the object.object note ID equals the state dot. We're going to go payload.note ID. Now the one problem we can see straight away is pass int needs to be passed through. So we get the index. Now we have the index. Let's edit that location. So it'll be state. Oh no, we're just getting the data and we're sending it. All right. No, we're not doing any of this. All right. Const filtered data equals note data. Oh no, data will work because state.notelist.filter where we've got the rows. Sorry, it's just going to be 10 times easier to do it like this way. Return where pass int row.object note ID equals pass int the payload dot note ID. If the length, if filtered data dot length equals 0, what we want to do is set description to empty and return. So state dot just note description equals nothing and then just return. All right, so now it's got data. So update state note note description. So what we need to do is we need to go. This will be state.note description equals filtered data. We want the first array dot object note description. Yeah?
Is the big thing of rice the rice rice?
Yes. Yeah. No, I'll be fine. I've had enough to eat today. The salad's in there too. Heat up the rice and then mix the salad in. It's quite nice. Add some soy sauce. All right. And that's it. That's all that should happen. And then we've got the getters down here, which are just very, very simple. Yeah, we've moved this into the actions. That makes sense having it in the actions. So let's hit reload. Let's hit note. So if we hit edit note, it doesn't do what we want. And that's not bringing in the information we want. Oh, it's not even bringing in the VueJS. All right. So what I'm going to do, console log filtered data. All right. It's proxy. We need length of 1. Oh, it's just object note. That's it. All right, cool. Console logs for the win again. All right, sweet. We just hit refresh. We go notes. We get edit note. Ah, I might have had to wait a little longer. All right. Console log note filtered data 0 dot object note. Gonna wait a few seconds. Gonna hit reload. All right, now we're back, and then we hit edit note. Editing this note. Let's go to the VueJS. Let's click on note, note description. Okay. What is this? I might not have done something all the way down yet. All right, but no problem. We've got that there. I am going to be back in about just less than 2 minutes. I'm just going to get a drink because I've been at this for an hour and 46. I am probably going to run some ads. Manage goals, 60 seconds of ads. Yeah, so I will be back in about 60 seconds. Where's our timer? Let's go to reset. Let's go to edit timer. Let's go to 1. All right, reset. So yeah, I'm going to run some ads and I'll be back. All right, I'm back. All right, cool. I'm back. Yeah, I just needed to grab a drink of water, and hopefully those ads stop people who come in seeing ads and so forth like that. Just yeah. All right, so the edit note isn't passing through. So what we want to do is edit note history, and what we have down here is we've got the note modal. I was really confused what that noise was for a second. Yeah, I know, that was kind of new. I didn't realize this made a noise. So, yeah. So what I haven't done is the note description. Map getters. We've got the note ID. We don't have the note description in here. Get single note description. And that should be connecting everything now. I think it was just that. Oh, I keep clicking the wrong buttons tonight, don't I? Alright, there we go. There we go. And then once we edit this, it'll be all good. Smiley face. No. $400 for the note update. Object note. All right, in here. There we go. We should really go back and actually update all of this to actually be object node ID and all that kind of stuff. So it reflects what's in the back end. $500 error. Not null constraint failed. Oh. Alright, that will be part of the new views. And welcome, Martin Lasek. Welcome. Thank you very much for the raid. How was your stream tonight? Oh, cancel. Whoops, wrong one. That would have been silly of me. I was meant to give you a shout out, not raid you. That was silly of me. Welcome. How are you? I was working on some leak code challenges. Nice. Tonight, like most nights, I'm working on NearBeach, an open source project management system built in Django and VueJS. The Uno reverse card, yes. And hello, Owen. How are you tonight? Hopefully you guys are going well. So, yeah. We're currently fixing up the note section. So these lovely diagrams, I'll redraw it. So the one problem with components is sometimes getting data down into child and even child components and so forth like that. So I'm okay with sending data down like this. The problem becomes when you send the data back up like this. It doesn't look nice. It's very hectic to get that all sort of sorted and so forth like that. One way to get around this is if we draw the same diagram. All right. And then what we want to do is, I like to visualize this as a little cloud. We've got VueX up here. Is we can send some of the data up here and it can send what are required down to here and back up to here and then back into here like so. So that's what we're currently doing tonight. The idea is the code becomes a lot easier to read because you've got less automits and stuff like that. So you're just sending code to the VueX. The VueX will have some business logic in it which will crunch that data or just update it. So yeah. Good morning, a bit nippy here. After -1 degrees, jeez. Yeah, that is cold. Oof. Okay, so where was I doing? So that should work now. If we edit the note and we just update note, we're getting a 500. Oh, wait, we're finding this. All right, yep, nope. So, under NearBeach, views, we've got the notes somewhere under here, note views. So we've got delete note, which will not update note. So this form save is the problem. So what we need to do is get update note equals note object note dot objects dot get, where the object note ID equals the form dot cleaned data, and then we should have object note ID like so. Now we delete this one. Update the object note. So update note dot object note equals form dot cleaned data object note. And then update note dot change user should equal request dot user. Update note dot save. And that should be it. Nice. Here it's -50 in Canada. Jam. Now is that Fahrenheit or Celsius? Because I know they cross over at one point. F. It's around the 40s. Oof. Oh. That is very cold. Holy hell. And -17. I've never been in such cold. Never. UI looks simple and clean. Cheers, thank you very much. They still need a lot of improvement with the UI UX type of stuff, but it's more piecemeal at the moment. We're just mainly focusing on functionality. Hopefully one day I'll have enough money to be able to get someone in who knows UI design a lot better than I do. It's my weakest sort of thing. I just heavily use the Bootstrap framework to get everything up and running. I'm talking about wind chill. Oof. Oh yeah, fair enough. Wind chill. Oh yeah, still it's really cold. Or not -50. Some parts up north. I'm going to knock it out. It's 1:30 a.m. But thanks for the. Want to say drop by and say hi? Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the raid. It is greatly appreciated. Get a lot of sleep. 1:30 is very late. So yes, thank you very much. Have -2 in here at the moment. Oh god. And here I am in my room, and my thermometer says it's 27.5 degrees Celsius. For those who need them in the Fahrenheit, that is 81.5 Fahrenheit. It's pleasant for me. It's really warm though. 40 freedom units and 40 Celsius are the same. Yes, yeah. Yeah, you looked it up. Yeah, I did. I know they crossed at one point, but I didn't know where. But what's the temperature in Kelvins? Oh, all right. So I used to know this. At the moment, it'll be 27. I want to say nearly 300. All right. So we're going to go 27.5, 300 on the dot, almost. I've been up all night to get some sleep also. Fair enough. Anyway. Yeah, at 273.15, I used to remember that number like there was no tomorrow back in high school and university days. I sadly don't use it as much anymore. So, yeah. Anyway, editing this note, we should just be able to pass this back now. We've got another update problem. Object node ID. What? All right, request. Okay. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put breakpoint on here, and I'm just going to hit update. We're in debug mode. That breakpoint should have worked. Thank you very much. I'm just going to refresh the page. Oh, unless... No, it didn't. Hello, world. All right, gonna hit update. All right, it's updating. And we're getting that sort of text. Same, I used to use a lot for the old PhD. Fair enough. I have a broken heater because people working on my place drilled through the heater. Oh, luckily I'm in Southern California, so it's annoying cold here. Yeah, fair enough, because holy hell. I have I have a gas heater here, but the problem is in Australia, gas is now super fuck off expensive. Excuse me, my French. So I've just got myself an oil heater thing. One of these. Once it pops up. Yeah, it's just something simple. So, yeah. Mine's not as fancy as that. They're the old school things where it's just a little heat. Yeah, an electric radiator. That's probably the better name. Yeah, just one of these. Not one of those. Yeah, one of these. Like that. I'm just realizing that the chat's overlaid over it. Yeah. Alright, cool. One of those. Yeah, just a free standing one. So yeah, it's so I can take it from room to room. When it's about 14 degrees Celsius, that's when I find it's really affecting me working. So yeah, that's when I turn it on. Only need it to take off the edge. So yeah. Anyway, we're here. We're going through that. So the form should have 2 fields in it. Fields, yep. I think I have to restructure the forms. 14 degrees Celsius is cold. Well, not exactly, but when you're sitting down, for me, it does get cold. I suppose your house is designed to let heat out rather than store it. Yeah, it's 13 degrees Celsius outside right now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's, my temperature is, I think, matching outside at the moment. So it's 27. Let's have a look. Melbourne weather. Ah, it's 19 degrees Celsius. All right, so it's a little bit warmer in here than outside. I consider that annoying cold. 13 degrees Celsius, yeah. Like, if I'm doing something, I don't find it cold. But if I'm sitting down, yeah. All right, I think I know what I need to do. So what I need to do is, let's go to this form. Let's just play this through. It's not going to work. Let's go to this implementation. So it's because I've got it as a class, meta, and all that kind of stuff. So object note ID equals, and let's change this to just a simple form, equals forms dot model choice field, where we need it to be query set equals to object note dot objects dot all. And then what we need is the object note equals forms dot, I think. This is where I've got to look up what I've done already for the notes. So edit note form. Delete note, edit note. So we don't have a new note form. So let's undo all this. No, I can do better. All right. So it's hitting this, it's going through. We want to get that object ID, but it gets an object out instead. So what we want to do is get data. So object note ID equals form dot cleaned data. Object note ID. Be right back, switching to the laptop. Yep, all cool. To be fair, I think my thermostat is like 17 degrees Celsius. 17 is not too bad. Now, where I used to live is currently negative 7 degrees Celsius. Damn. With sleet. Oh, damn. Oof. Just up the hill from there, it's negative 11. Oh, yeah. I live in Australia. We very rarely see it go under 0 here. All right, I've just got to hit play for the music. It should be still royalty-free stuff. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do any of this at the moment. I feel like I can use this. Why not? Object note. I should have that as update object note. And then it'll be update object note dot object note equals form dot cleaned data. And then I don't know how I keep doing that. Object note. And then we should have update object note dot save there. I think that we need the request user too. Update object note dot change. Change user equals request dot user. I think that's it. Okay, let's hit refresh. Daytime high is -2 Celsius. Holy hell. Damn. That is very cold. All right. Let's test this out. Didn't like that. All right, I must be doing something silly. Okay, let's go to this implementation. I'm trying to get the object note ID. I remember my first day in my current job, it was like -5 degrees Celsius outside and the boiler broke. Oh no. I had to explain to my manager it was an interesting combo because he lives in a desert and has never seen snow. Oh, fair enough. I know in Australia, offices can get very hot very quickly. So, yes, when the aircon breaks, oof. All right, so note views wizard. I'm just gonna get rid of all of that data. This is gonna be test and test. So we've got a, let's say A equals form dot cleaned data object note ID. We're just gonna do that. We're gonna update note. Why are we getting... All right, let's read this properly. All right. Object note ID. Line 30, this line. That should work. If not, form is valid. So if the form wasn't valid, it should send it back. I don't know why this is breaking. Okay, this is weird. All right, localhost, note update. Raised during, yep, cool. I had some fun PC issues today. WSL was taking up 50% of my memory, so I tried to shut it down. It didn't shut down, so I had to restart my PC and get the service running again. All good now. I think it's only using 35%, but I think that's normal. Okay. Was it slowly increasing? Or was it at 50% because it had a massive workload? Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the form. I'm actually going to make those changes. But first, alright, that's what... Yeah, I thought so. Oh, we don't have a new note. Unused memory is wasted memory. Yep. Oh, wrong button. So on here, I'm only using 18 gigabytes of my memory. There it is. It's at a quarter. There we go. CPUs, not... Considering what I'm doing and stuff like that, I don't see anything hitting over 20 and stuff. It's glorious. Not gonna lie. Baldur's Gate, I think it reaches up here and stuff like that. And this goes, whoa, oh yeah. Okay, I am confused why that's actually doing that. And usually I do these like this because it's more than a character field. Now, what I want to do, let's do that. Just refreshing. I'm just going to scroll down. We're going to hit notes, edit note, and we're just going to up. Oh, wrong one. So, form. Let's have a look down here. Form, edit form. Data. Object note ID. Object note. Object note. All right. That looks fine. This looks fine. And that worked. Getting that. Okay, data. Clean data. Length 1. Only getting object note. You're in a nice and cozy bed now on my laptop. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure this out. Okay, so let's go to the form. So we've got two fields in there. We've got the node ID and we've got the object note. Just wondering if I can go. Just wondering that. No, that's throwing an error. See, error. Why? Weird. Because I need that ID. Okay, so form. Oh, hey socks. Clean data only has one thing in it. Data has two. The fields. Alright, let's do something weird up here. Object note ID equals form dot this will be a simple might be a character field. Integer field, like so. All right, let's just stop and rerun. All right, and now we're hitting reload. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna see what is going wrong. So we're just gonna hit update note. We're going over here. We've hit this form again, and we've got the cleaned data. And now we have the object note ID in there. All right, so that was the weird thing which we had to do to get to this. So what we need to do, get rid of this. We are going to get the object to update. Update note equals object note dot object dot get. This is where we've got object note ID equals form dot cleaned data object note ID. All right, cool. Update the data. So update note dot object note equals form dot clean data, and then in here we have object note. Then update note dot this will be change user equals form equals request dot user, and then update note dot save, and that should be that now. Rename the element. What? Alright, no. So, update note. Network error. Okay, refresh. Yep, start and redo. Gonna refresh. Let's edit this note. Let's go update note. Update note, hello world. Now, it hasn't updated this, but we can fix that up right away. There it goes. So it is updating the back end. We just need it to update the front end now. So edit note, hello world. Let's make sure that's spelt correctly. Update note. Oh, all right. Failed to update note. So it's updated in the back end, it just hasn't updated in the front end. So we've got to fix that, and then we've got to make sure it closes these. It has the same name as the function. Oh, does it? Yes, it does. Shoot. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Nocturnal. Okay, let's fix up this one. This is just a habit of mine. Usually when I have a object that I'm manipulating, I usually call underscore results at the end if I'm going to send it to the front end, or update underscore and then the object name at the front end, just to essentially tell me at a glance what I'm doing with that sort of thing. Do I use React? And hey, Sandy Lee, how are you? Sorry I wasn't chatting the other day. Chat wasn't coming through. Which, yeah, I didn't see your chat until later on in the stream. So, sorry about that. As for using React, I have used it in the past. I just don't have a project where I'm quite familiar enough with it. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm using VueJS at the moment for NearBeach, but I've used Angular, I've used React for a small couple of things, but not good enough at it. Front end is hard. It can be. It can be. But I like the challenge of it. So, yeah. Anyway, talking about the front end, and we've just done the back end, now we're doing the front end stuff. So, we have... So we're updating this. We then got to commit to the edit single note. So if we go to this, edit single note, I'm in a half a mind to actually move this out of here and put it down in the actions. Actually, you know what? It is. The reason being, I feel like it has enough business logic in it to sort of justify that change, whereas these are only updating stuff. So now I've got to get that to set up correctly. So that will now be dispatch. All right, so if it gets a number, console log index. Let's see if that works. Oh, you don't get front end? It will click. So I tend to visualize everything as the smallest component possible within justification. And then it's essentially how those components would react with each other. So when we have, for example, the new project page, it's actually split up into a couple of sections. So the top section will be the description. The next section will be the stakeholders. Like the bottom section would be the groups assignment and so forth like that. So what I've done is this section here and this section here I've made as reusable components. So they're actually smaller components, and inside there they've got little business logic and so forth like that. So yeah. And once you do that, it's how it interacts with each other and how stuff gets done. So a good explanation I've come up with is original JavaScript, you used to modify the DOM. So you used to do that directly. with the sort of framework JavaScripts. So I'm talking about VueJS and Angular here, and React and so forth like that. You modify the data. And it's the data which renders renders out the components. So a little bit of different thinking and so forth like that. All right, so when I hit update note, we're getting type error, mutate index is undefined. Oh. All right. Let's, what I'm going to do is I'm going to comment out those lines. Let's do this one by one. The good old shadow DOM. When the DOM is so complicated, so extra things to interact with it less. I don't mind old JavaScript and stuff like that. I kind of like how Vue does things and stuff like that because I can look at it as a sort of data sort of way of looking at things. And that's what I'm strong at. Type error, state note list is undefined. Oh, all right, nope, broken this. Later, all right. Anyway, thank you very much, Owen, for popping by, and I'll hopefully see you next time. So yes, get some sleep. The way how JavaScript uses anonymous functions is... Oh yeah, I haven't used many anonymous functions, not to my knowledge. So right, let's see. Just because I can't think of the one time I've actually used an anonymous function. Let's zoom in so everyone can read this. Sorry about the bright, the light. Let's show function. All right. So it really is. Set timeout function, console log. All right, yep. Yep, all right, I know how that's done. If you want to create a function and execute it immediately after the declaration, you declare an anonymous function like this. All right, yep, all right, yeah, I can see that being weird. I haven't used that before. How it works, first define a function expression. Yep, we do that. It's in brackets, then express returns a function. Second, call the function by trailing parentheses. Yeah, all right, cool. Sometimes you may want to pass arguments into an anonymous function like this. So person, yep, person, yada, yada, yada. All right, yep, okay, that passes through. But yeah, that's weird. It's got nothing there. Yeah. I do like arrow functions. I use arrow functions a lot when dealing with D3 and stuff like that. I'm used to like functions with names and stuff. Yep. They are the ones, they are what other people would call lambdas. Okay. Yep. On click, then yep, do something here. Arrow functions are anonymous arrows. Okay, I did not know that. I did not know there were anonymous functions. They really assigned anonymous functions to vars, which names them. So yeah, you don't like those. All right. I didn't realize I was actually using an anonymous function all this time. I've got them constantly through my code. Like, we don't have to look far. There we go. There's a oh wait, that's a find index. That's a lambda. It's definitely a lambda. We've got one. Filter data. Yep, state. Ooh. Yep, state node list. There we go. There's our arrow functions. This is like Python. It is different. Oh, fair enough. Yep. All right. So where was I? Sorry, getting distracted. I was here. I wanted to see mutated data. So I'm going to go notes. I'm going to edit note, and I'm just going to update note. So we've got index is -1. Ooh. Now edit single note. Edit single note. This dot note ID and all right. Let's do a console log. Note ID is going to be payload.noteID. And then let's just put in the payload note description. Yeah, it takes getting used to. It's very dependency injection heavy, which can make it really hard to know what the fuck's going on. Fair enough. Yeah, I think I've just gotten used to all these arrow functions in here and stuff like that. I do remember the first time learning them, I was like, what the hell? Took me a little while. But once I got it, it clicked. But this is going back years and years ago. Alright, update note. So we got note ID 7. And then editing this. Alright. And then we've still got the -1. We've got the mutate data. That's why, yep, alright. I need to add in an escape in here. So if there are no indexes, escape. If index is less than 0, return. Update the note description. Yep, that's let mode. Yep, all right, cool. So we should be fine with this. Socks. I'm gonna hide these very quickly. Sorry, Socks is she's hanging around for those treats. All right, so we need to fix up this. So I tried doing something smart and finding the correct index and so forth like that. And it looks like that is not doing what I want it to do. So I'm going to comment that out and I'm going to go const index equals state.notelist.find index. We're passing through a row. So we're going to return when parse int row.object note ID. That's what's broken. Oh, thank you, Socks. Walking across my keyboard. And payload.noteID. She's trying to be naughty tonight. So I think that will be, yeah, I think that's it. Let's hit refresh. Let's hit notes, let's hit edit note, let's hit this, let's hit that. Update note 7. All right, cool. I didn't do the index. Console log index. Should have done that, sorry. Because I don't know if it went all the way through. Let's hit reload. Index 0, which is what we want. All right, sweet. So we can undo that and we can undo that. We're gonna have secondary notes like so. Editing the first note. We didn't get any problems, but I don't think it went all the way through. We also close the modal. We are trying to find the close button. There it go. Edit note close button. And we're just doing a little tricky thing. So this, this dot, no, sorry. Document dot get element by ID. Paste in that element's ID. And then we go click. So, quick and easiest way to do it. Waiting a few seconds, gonna hit reload. We're gonna remove this. We're gonna hit update note. Doesn't remove it from there. Ooh. All right. So what I'm going to do is so that should update the note list. Let's go to the view. Let's refresh. Go to view. Click on our Vuex. We've got our note. So we've got note description as nothing at the moment, because we're no longer there. Let's go into our project. Scroll down to our notes. We don't have a note in here, so we'll add in a simple note. So we've got our simple note in here. When we hit edit, this should update, but it doesn't. There we go. Just gonna add in a full stop. We're gonna hit update note. Gonna hit refresh. Looks like it doesn't do that. We've got note description. That's why. It should have been object note. Alright, so jumping into here, going notes, let's go edit notes. Let's do double dots now. Let's hit update note. There we go, there's our double notes. Now the other thing is I could add in the delete note here, or I could add it down here. In any case, when someone hits delete note, if it's in this sort of state, it's got to close this, open that up, and so forth like that. We do that on the Kanban board. So if we actually go to list all, I can actually show you with the Kanban board. We do this, where we open up the wrong thing. We're meant to open up this. So if we go to downloads and upload a document, we do something like that. If we go to users, we do something like that. So we only ever got one modal. If we've got stacked modals, it just looks terrible. Everyone hates it. I hate it specifically. So yeah. So what we could do is have it down here where people can delete it here, but they might accidentally delete it, or with under the edit note, have it over here, have delete note there. Requires more clicks here, but you also got more buttons here. So if we add in another note here, as you see, you'll get more and more buttons. If we edit this note, actually, I want to double check that it's only updating one note. Sweet. Cool. So yeah, it's just one of those things where we're like, where to put the delete note. Now, if I were to do it this tonight, and that's the other thing, will a user think to edit so they can delete? And I'm going to say no. So I think you answered that question pretty quickly. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it here. Easy done. Let's start doing that. So, first things first. Where's that? There's my list notes. Gonna scroll up. And what we're going to do is we're going to add in another button. Type equals button. Class equals a btn primary. Actually, no, btn danger. Wait, btn outline danger. And v on click equals delete note. Note.object note ID. And we're just going to put delete note there. Now this doesn't work at the moment, so we've got to go down here. We've got to go delete note object note ID and code. And then we're going to refresh. So we do have delete note in here. I will probably come back, get someone to probably give me a tips on how to make this look a lot nicer. So at the moment, if we actually go into mobile view, because I haven't actually tested this on mobile view yet. Oh, all right, I'm going to have to do some work on mobile view. Yeah. Not a problem for tonight, though. This is one of those things where we get this done, and then in the near future, we talk to someone who's better at UI UX and be like, all right, cool, this is what we need to do, and so forth like that. They might be like, all right, cool, you might want to put it in here or not. I don't think they would put it in here. All right, so let's go back to normal view. Maybe show a collapsed list of notes. Then when you expand, show the edit and delete. Potentially. I will... Yeah, I'll have to think about it. I will have to look at what other things are doing. For example, open project note sections. I'll have to look at like open project, Jira, oops, wrong buttons, Jira, new tickets, so forth like that, and how they actually sort of do stuff. So they've got like the add comments and so forth like that. They've got it like this. The edit delete at the bottom like that. And that's something I might gravitate towards. Open project. I haven't used open project. So I don't know how they're dealing with their notes or anything like that. There we go. So yeah, I'll just have to play around with it. But at the moment, that should be fine. One thing which I didn't actually check. Let's add note here. Oh, don't say the notes are broken on this. The notes are now broken on this. Alright. Not a problem. Piss off. Alright, myth. Fuck off. Fuck, I clicked over here, went enter, and it put it over here. Yeah. Go to an open Kanban board. Open a card. Go to the notes section. Add in a note. Expected results, notes to appear, actual results, no notes appear. Now this is a critical issue. This means that this puts off this release until this is fixed. So yeah, this is a showstopper, sorry. Actually, this will be part of notes. Oh no, Kanban card. And we're on this version. So yeah. I will get this solved before doing a release. I think I know why. I think it's because I've restructured everything, though this doesn't know about any sort of data. It's expecting it from the Vuex. I think I can fix this really quickly. Let's get that fixed so I don't forget about it. All right, source JavaScript components. Kanban. No, we need card information. Card notes. So. I forgot how this works. Okay, Kanban information, expand that open, config provider. We need the card information. Expand that open. Click on card notes. In the card notes, we've actually got card notes. We've actually got 3 notes in here. Alright, and then Vuex bindings. Alright, so that shouldn't be an issue. What we've actually got to do is, instead of updating that particular section, we've got to update the notes section. Okay. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Now that's part of the card notes. Yeah, all right, so this is what it does here, and then all right. Alright, now I shouldn't be doing this tonight. What I should be doing is looking at this with a fresh set of eyes. Because I've got to memorize what exactly I'm doing here, and if it actually affects this, and it probably does. I mean, this is pretty easy. We've got the data, and then what we do is we're like, hey, we've got the data. We just need to init it into this and that and so forth like that. So instead of changing the state here, we change it somewhere else. We won't need this anymore or any kind of other stuff. So we actually technically simplify this. So, oh, wrong screen. But I need to double check everything. I know there's a way where I should be able to get to the other mutations. So where is that business logic? Down here. So if I go state dot init, no, it only has it for these particular things. Can't add status? Oh wait, that's state commit init note list. So we've got the init note list here. If we have a look at these, if I just go ba-bum, init, and then go response.data. All right. Oh. That should be note list response.data. Is not a function. Oh, I am doing this wrong, aren't I? Commit, yeah, alright, really doing this wrong. Init note list. Then we've got the, I think I just called it note list response.data. Okay, third time's the charm. Yeah, I made a few mistakes there. It's getting really late. It's 9:30. And there we go. So add a note, blah, 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 blah. And then if we go yarg, they're not appearing yet. All right, so we've been able to make the notes appear. We'll need to reprogram it so that when editing slash modif the notes, editing, adding etc notes, they'll automatically update. All right, cool. All right, what else was I doing? With the delete functionality, we need the modal to appear. So what we're going to do, that's what we wanted to do. So close all the tabs. What we want to do is do something like this. So when someone clicks delete, we'll update the ID, And what will pop up here is something similar to this. And then we've got the close Kanban or close modal. It'll just close off the modal. And then a similar sort of thing here. We need to fix this and fix this. This is not needed, but that's fine. Yeah, we need to go through the code and actually find all the accesses and determine whether or not we need to add in the errors and all that kind of stuff. But that's very shortly happening. So yes, we're gonna essentially clone this. So what we want to do, we want to go into our modules, our sub modules, or wizards in this sort of case. Let's copy this, let's paste it in, and then we're going to confirm note delete. And then we're just going to go in here, confirm note delete modal. Please confirm the note deletion. Are you sure you want to delete the note? Close modal, and then that will be delete note. We've got our map getters. We don't need the destination. We don't need location ID. That's what we need is we need the note ID. So get single note ID. All right, root URL. Yeah, we'll need that. This will be called delete note. And essentially, we don't need any of this. So if we go into the note views, you'll notice with the delete note, we've got the delete note form. If we actually go into the implementation of this, we've only got the object note ID. So this is going to be a very small and easy sort of thing. So first, tell the user we are deleting the note. So this $store.dispatch, we're dispatching a new toast. The header will be deleting note. Message is currently deleting note. The extra classes is going to be background warning. The delay is going to be 0, and the unique type is going to be delete note. All right, the next thing we do is set up the data to send. So const data to send equals new form data. All right, and then data to send dot set. So the object note ID, and that's just going to be this dot note ID. Simple. Then this axios dot post. We'll get the URL in 2 seconds. So that should be this dot root URL, and then it should be note and then delete. So we've got to then we won't need to worry about too much in here. We'll just paste this in. Paste this in. All right. So failed to delete note. Sorry, we failed to delete the note. Error. Error. This will be danger, 0 delete note. All right, this one will be gone. This one will be success. So note is deleted. Successfully deleted note. All right, cool. And then all we need to do is we need to remove it. So this $store.dispatch. And then we have a type is remove. No. All right. So where we look this up. All right. Note VueJS. Oh, it's just remove note. It's a mutation. Done. That's it. That should, in theory, do it. So, what we need is under the list notes, we need to, this, all right, tell VueJS of the note ID change. So this $store.commit or dispatch. The type of update note ID with note ID is this dot note ID. Oh no, object note ID. All right, like so, and then open the modal. So const modal equals document.get new modal. Document.get element by ID. And then what we want is we want this here. And that's all we need to do here. So if we hit refresh, we go to notes, we hit delete note, we realize that we've come across an error. Unhandled error during because we don't have that modal whatsoever rendered out on that page. So what we want to do is we've still got a no. We can get rid of this delete link stuff. All right. So under list note, what we'll do, import confirm note delete from wizards. Yeah, wizards, confirm note delete. Then components, it will be confirm note delete like that. And then all we need then we just need it rendered up in here. So I'm just scrolling up and down, seeing where I could put it. All right. Confirm note delete. And I don't think I've got any props coming down in here whatsoever. No props. So we're all good. And if we hit refresh, hit delete, we are forgetting something really silly. modal.show. All right, let's hit refresh. We go no. It's meant to close that, but we'll fix that up. If we hit yes, oof. All right. So we've got to fix a couple of things. So going into the confirm delete notes, we need to do that for starters. And then this isn't been found correctly, so we'll need to go to the URLs. Wherever they are, there they are. And then all right, we've got note update. We just don't have note delete. All right, delete note. All right, sweet. That's pretty easy. So what we do is we wait a couple of seconds. We hit reload. We hit notes. Then we hit delete note, and then we go yes. Now we've got a 500 error. All right, so yeah, we've come across that issue before, but we've also got another console issue where it's like unhandled error during the this.axios.post.then.error is not a function. So I've made a mistake within our here. So delete node. So post then, and then yeah, this is catch. So waiting a few seconds. Sorry, this is coming up with software to install. All right, let's hit refresh. Delete node. Yes. Has an error. This has popped up correctly. All right, cool. Let's fix this issue. We know what this is. This is going to be pretty easy for us. So delete node form. What we need to do is you need to have object note ID equals forms dot integer field like so, and that's all. Let's hit refresh. Let's hit notes. Let's hit delete note. Let's hit yes. Successfully deleted note. Hasn't closed this yet, so what we need to do, once this is closed, we need to close the modal. So this will be document.get actually 10 times simpler. Gonna hit refresh. Gonna hit note. So we're gonna hit delete. We're gonna hit yes. Now that is, sorry, failed to delete the node error, type error, document get elements by ID is null. Huh. I'm going to refresh that just in case it compiled something different. So A, Yes. All right. All right. Successfully deleted note, but we haven't removed it from here yet. So let's find out why. So we've got remove note and we've got the note ID. If we go into the note view X, remove note, here it is. Done. All right, let's hit refresh. Notes, let's add in another note. Delete note. Yes, perfect. All right. Now I'm happy where this is. Not this one. I'm happy where this is. Oh, we're nearly at 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we're well past it. We're at 1, 2, 5, 4. All right, excuse that. So what we're going to do, cd into our site's NearBeach. We're going to go git status, git add everything under source, git status, git add everything under NearBeach views. Git add NearBeach views. Git add NearBeach URLs. Git status. All right, we're checking. We're ignoring all of these new ones. We're oh, hello. I wanted to do that. All right. So these will be scrolling all the way down to the bottom. Static. Static. Static all the way. All right, forms. Git commit bug fix. Paste this in. Git push. All right. So that is now done. We now need to actually fix the more critical issues. So with the Kanban cards and so forth like that. So we need to actually enable them to also edit and delete and all that kind of stuff. So if we go into here, do a refresh, we open this up, sure, we can now see these notes and stuff like that, but can we delete them? Oh, well, we can delete them. Can we edit them? Can't edit them. I think I know why. Because we don't have the edit modal here. Not a problem. We can easily squeeze this edit in right now. Now the other problem is if we hit delete, notice how it's like this. That might be a minor bug which we just solve at another date. So we'll just log it as a minor bug tonight and be like, all right, this is going to happen in 031. Cool. So just trying to think, close all tabs. We want to go into, now this will be part of the card information. So up here, we've got the card notes. So I want to go into card notes. So we've got the list notes here. And then what I want to do is we want to import edit history notes. All right, cool. Like so, and then like so, and then we should put them like so. However, double checking where we've done it. There are no props or anything like that. That is perfectly fine. So what we need to do is we just need to reload. We need to do this. We now need to edit notes. Hit like that, something like that. Boom. All right. This needs some real testing. So fix this issue. Just needs to do a full test again. Smiley face. Okay, so that is technically ready for retesting. Oh, wait, this is ready for retesting. This is also ready for retesting. But I'm gonna be fixed the issues, but need to clean up code that is no longer going to be used and do a full test. Smiley face. Okay, cool. So, showstopper. This one. Clicking on this, git status. We just did the source, didn't we? Git add source, git commit bug fix, and then we're going to paste it in. Now, the reason why I'm not doing a release tonight is because I want to do this test properly for this Kanban board functionality with the notes. I know that they're critically being used and so forth like that. I want to test everything thoroughly. The great news is this is essentially the last release of 0.30. So we have been on the 0.30 branch for over a year. It took us 7 months to actually get to the 0.30 branch. Just a lot of bugs. We wanted to fix NearBeach like there was no tomorrow, and it's getting to that point where it's minor and minor bugs that we're fixing, and now it's getting into the user experience and stuff like that. So for example, doing the CRUD for the note deleting and so forth like that, doing minor little tweaks here and there. It's getting pretty exciting. So if tomorrow, when I test the Kanban board functionality with the cards and the notes and stuff like that, and I test the note functionality everywhere else, and I do a quick shakeout test, and I cannot find anything that's breaking the system, I'll do the final release for NearBeach, which will for the 0.30 branch, which will be 0.30.35. Then we are jumping onto the 0.31 branch, which will be we'll be migrating some of the stuff away from the old methods. So for example, we've got the old modals for like the loading and the errors and stuff like that. We'll be stripping those out and using the toasts functionality, as they are a lot cleaner to use. We'll also start implementing the sprints and other features and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I am pretty excited. So yeah, I was hoping to release this tonight, but we hit that one issue. Even though we fixed it, I want to double check it. I'd rather take my time with checking, and then tomorrow I can do another release. So yeah, we've been streaming for 3 hours and 20 minutes. Let's find someone to raid, because I've got to get to sleep, because I've got to wake up at 6 in the morning to cycle into work, which is quite a fair distance. Now, ooh, we've got... Oh, he's got heaps though. Yeah, we haven't raided him for a while.
Excellent. Do ferrets have a group leader? Yeah, so they have a social hierarchy, and Mouse is at the top of that hierarchy.